Sunny ways, my friends. Sunny ways.
You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of water out of when we have water bottles out of a plastic. Away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles. So that
well, Lottie frickin' God!
You're ready to fight, aren't you? I can feel
I intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
My great pleasure to introduce my husband, the Prime Minister who will make Canada strong. And Canada full!
I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Thank you. It will be an honor to continue to fight for you and to be a champion of your cause as we go forward.
Let's fucking go.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Welcome to Friday Night Fringe here on the channel. What a week it's been. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about tonight. I hope you guys are ready for a dynamite stream. It's going to be a cracker, not in the sense of a racial term, but it's going to be a firecracker. I hope you guys are doing well. Boy, the chat's already moving fast. I know I got to do something about that intro. We're going to have to change the intro. You have no idea how many...
I keep saying it every time.
How many
we need to do this.
complaint emails I get. Fringe, nobody takes you serious with that intro. Yeah, bastard, you got to change it. We're going to change it. Don't worry. Some new things.
It takes time.
It's not really a matter of Bill C2 getting defeated. We're going to talk about that tonight. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get to it. Somebody says, I hope you're feeling better. I'm not. It doesn't matter what I do. This cough just won't go away.
Are feeling better.
I'm fine, but the cough won't take a while. It won't take off, eh? Take off, you hoser. It won't go away. We're gonna get to a roll call. Just hold on. I got honorable mentions pouring in already. Raptor guy, $5 super chat. Olivia Chow raising property taxes because she bit off more than she could chow.
I love it.
She's gonna do that anyways. But thank you for the super chat. We got Will becoming a member for 6 months. Let's go. It's been 6 months. That's almost commitment level membership. Thank you so much for joining the Patriots Club for 6 months. Jan Corb with the $2 super chat. How the F are you? I'm still here. I'm not in the ground yet, which I know disappoints some people. But hey, the show's going to go on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get it going tonight, I promise.
Nothing's going to stop us.
Nothing's going to stop the Fringe, I'll tell you. I've had a lot of colds. I've had a lot of flus. Some great, some not so great. But the Fringe will never stop. I'll always be here. Coffee V. Let's get a roll call. Let's get a roll call going on, guys. Aaron, being a member for 13 months. Gosh, diggity darn, LFG. Thanks so much. Let's go, guys. Who do we got watching in tonight? We got Eric204, my brother, coming in from Winnipeg. Always good to see him. Firewood coming in from Winnipeg as well. We've got Lorne. YouTube's doing weird things with the names tonight, so I'm just going to assume it's Lorne coming in from Clearwater, BC. We got Miss Titan coming in. Happy Friday from Canada friends from Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to our American viewers. Mike Freedom Honey's joining us from Beaver County. We got Tim joining us. He says, you got the best Trump. I love it. I love you, Trump. I think it's wonderful, don't
It is
you?
great.
I think it's great. Thank you so much. I love that you love my Trump. We've got Jancor joining us from Ottawa and Terrible. We got Carol and Gerald joining us once again from Calgary. We got some announcements, by the way, about the Independence Rally and how you can get there if you're not driving.
Yes.
Stick around for that one, ladies and gents. Let's go. We got Jason coming in, East Village, Calgary. Is that a Hindu area? They're all Hindu areas these days. That's like asking for a needle in a haystack. You're going to find it no matter where you're at in Calgary. Northeast is where you want to avoid. If you're dead set on avoiding the poop jeets, don't go to the Northeast. Don't do it. We got Michael coming in from Victoria, BC. We've got Monica in from Nova Scotia. We got Luca joining us from Burnaby, BC. We've got Phone HQ coming in from Texas, where everything's bigger. Let's go. Phoebe Long saying, men have a harder time when they get sick because of the testosterone in their bodies. Take it easy on the fridge. Listen, my testosterone levels are just fine.
He survives. It's fine.
We got through. It's fine. We're doing it live. David Brewer's joining us from Springfield, Missouri, USA. My favorite mod named Ingrid and her husband Charlie are coming in from Okotoks tonight. Welcome in. Who else do we got in here? Where are the shout outs? We got Sue coming in from Vancouver. Welcome into the stream. We've got the Truth coming from Edmonton, Alberta. Ain't that the truth? Cinetic coming in from Red Deer. Welcome in. We got Marika, my favorite mod named Marika, coming in from Montreal, the woke city of Quebec. I love Donald Trump. He's based as fuck. He's wonderful. He knows what the fuck he's doing. There's 2 drops. We can't drop any more than that. We've got the Tune of Lee coming in from Edmonton. Welcome in. David's coming in from High River. We've got Jay coming in from California. Man, you guys are in from everywhere tonight.
I love it.
What
Minnesota.
Is it? Okay, you besh. Coming in from Howick, Minnesota. Oh, that's Minnesota, don't you know? Oh, yeah. I like your introduction there, but I knew I'm not so sick of it yet. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We love Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome in. Good to have you here. We got Cleaver the Beaver coming in from Vancouver, BC. I've got, what do we have here? Necro Grooves coming in from Edmonton. Mrs. Fringe is smacking me. Guys, I got to get caught up. Got to get caught up in the stream. I've got Under One Umbrella coming in from Whitecourt as well. Man, you guys are on fire tonight. Look at this. Already 500 viewers in the live stream. Hit the thumbs up down below, folks. Get the likes in there. Let's see how high we can get the likes tonight. If we get a landmark on likes, maybe we'll do a giveaway.
I didn't get a chance to like it before we started.
Maybe we'll get a giveaway going on. I'm not going to promise nothing. Let's see.
No, we haven't made it in a while.
Let's see if you can do the Fringe a solid, and maybe I'll do one in return, shall we? Let's get going on here. Oh, look at this. Jason's coming in from parts unknown, like the green bastard. It's good to see you in here. Go get your kitties. It's going to be a good show. Okay, what do we got going on tonight? Everybody's here, not because of me. They don't want to hang out with me at all. They want memes. Just memes.
Bring the memes.
Hey, Fringe, do the memes and piss off. Get out of here. Get out of here, you bastard. Let's go. Let's get into the memes, shall we? This one was sent to me just before the show from our good viewer, Alex. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on here.
He's pulling a load of soap for 90 cents a mile. Oh, the irony. You'll see him doing abrupt U-turns in the middle of a 4-lane road, and he never has to stop because he cut a hole in the floor. Real Rigs Series, Freightliner Cascadia Flip-Flops Edition. He never stops rolling.
Jeez Louise. I don't know if that's the meme or the truth.
Oh, my word.
That's almost the truth. He's cut a hole in the floor. This one, I wanted to put up because if you've looked at what's happened this week with Danielle Smith talking about license plates in Alberta, all these lefties are upset because, well, she's not focusing on the teachers, you see. She's not talking about the problems in our country. She's talking about license plates, and she puts her stupid Alberta separatism strong and free on it. What's really funny about the lefties is that they don't realize strong and free comes straight from the Canadian national anthem.
But they wouldn't know that.
But they wouldn't know that because they're too wrapped up.
They're
too wrapped up in their nonsense. But this is if you could sum up Thomas Lukaszik's woke idiots that are signing the Forever Canada petition. There you got it. The good life going on in America. All the Canadians living in their shanties, saying at least we're not Americans.
Yeah.
Isn't that hilarious? We're going to talk a little bit about Danielle tonight. We're going to talk about some things going on. And guess what, folks? It's all positive. We're not making fun of Danielle. We're not going to even laugh at her.
But you're having a day. I think you're going to have a really good rant at some point.
We're having a day. The Fringe is having a day because I'm going to tell you, I haven't gotten rid of this cold all week. I ordered a driving cabinet for my arcade room.
I've been looking forward to
a
Friday.
Custom-built upgrade to a
Only
large-scale
because it
driving
delivered.
cabinet. Waited 3 weeks for it to get here, and they missed one of the parts in the box. I've probably yelled every expletive known to man in my house today while having a man tantrum. It was not my day. Let's see if we can make the stream better. Mike Freedom Honey, $5 super chat. 1,000 likes. I'll throw in a jar of honey with the giveaway. Canada only. Yeah, you can only ship it in Canada. They don't allow those liquids going over to the United States. They don't like it. It's
I'm sorry, that was good.
it's getting a little messy there, okay? We don't want it. Luca with a $5 super chat. Hey, look, I ain't a criminal according to my shovel collection. Amnesty given to us until October 2026. Thoughts? I'm going to talk about all of that tonight. We're going to talk about all of that. I don't want to spoil the stream, but thank you for the super chat, and I will get into the amnesty. All right, let's get back on with the memes. I like this one. When we're talking again, and we're going to be talking about Bill C-2 tonight. Things have changed.
Yeah.
The censorship laws that are coming into Canada have changed. Things are changing. The times, they are changing.
We'll see how long that lasts.
We'll see how long it lasts. But here you've got good old Gestapo, Sean Fraser. Do a home invasion, out on bail right away. Post a meme, straight to jail. Right away, straight to jail. You post a meme, you go straight to jail. I love that one. This one, after Mark Carney's trip to the United States, missing. Have you seen these elbows? Mark Carney's elbows, age 60, height 175 centimeters. Last seen, campaign 2025. Here's the number to call, folks, if you've seen Mark's elbows. They're hanging around somewhere. You might want to go check in on Mark, see if he's okay. Maybe get him a lollipop, see if he's okay, all right? I like this one, Donald Trump. Hey, weren't you saying something about your elbows there, Mark? Where's your elbows? Where'd they go? They look like maybe they're in your back pocket. I don't know. Maybe you took them back to Canada, gave them to your trans kid who plays in women's sports. I don't know anymore. Get your elbows out of here. You're reported for hate speech. Get out. Oh, gotta love that one.
Horrible.
Gotta love that one. Have you guys seen these?
Oh, I did.
Have you guys? This has gone viral. Not Bill Gates. Stephen Hawking. For anybody who ever thinks AI is a bad thing, there's all these memes of Stephen Hawking doing all these incredible things in AI. This is what AI was made for.
I saw
wasn't
one
it?
today of him in like a wrestling ring on the slap contest thing. Like
He's done everything. Stephen Hawking
It
is
was
in the grave,
unreal.
but he's still doing everything. It's unbelievable. This is what they need AI for. Take a look at what's going on here, folks.
Stephen Hawking dropping in on the giant vert ramp. This is history. Picking up speed, rolling smooth. Look at this. He goes for the 9, 3/4 of a turn. Yes! Lands it clean. The crowd is losing. Stephen Hawking dropping in on the giant vert ramp. This is history. Picking up speed.
I mean, it's awesome. He almost gets a 900. Look at that. Stephen Hawking for the win.
Tony Hawk would be very jealous right now.
Tony Hawk would be like, get out of here. Take your wheelchair and go home. Get out of here, you bastard.
Oh, that's funny.
I love it. I love Stephen Hawking. I love the Stephen Hawking memes. Let's get back to politics, though. We can't have it. Mark Carney, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I always say that this was my biggest, when we were talking on stream, when I was talking on Wednesday, about when I went to Ottawa, and you get to see behind the curtain in the House of Commons, and you go down and you're invited in by all the politicians to see what's going on. This is kind of what it felt like. But isn't this true? Don't pay attention to the guy behind the curtain, folks.
There's always a guy behind.
There's always the guy pulling the strings. What's this we got? Shame on our government for taking side of the world and not our country's needs.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
Won't be the last. We're going to see it for a while. Going to see it for a while there. That's about all we got for the memes tonight. I didn't have time to get a ton of memes this week, folks, because, well, we had
busy this week?
Business going on. We had sickness going on. I had this arcade machine that showed up without parts. Buy stuff arcades. Jerks, you bastards. And now we've got a little controversy going on in Alberta. A little bit of controversy. We got to talk about Danielle. We're going to talk about her. But first, we got to bring up the Alberta Independence Rally on the Is it the 25th or the 26th?
25th. It
25th.
is next weekend.
October 25th, next Saturday, from 4 to 6 p.m. at the legislature. Now, I told you guys, the Fringe comes through on his promises. If there were going to be buses, I would let you know. We've talked about the ones going out of Leduc on previous streams.
Yep.
Here's one, bus alert. Seats are filling fast for the I Am Alberta rally. October 25th, 4 to 6 p.m. at the legislature. Don't miss your ride to demand sovereignty and fight towards overreach. First come, first served. Grab tickets now. Calgary, 54 seats available, $50 per person. That's a return trip. Departs 11 a.m. from Deerfoot City Walmart, Southeastern Lot, lunch stop, and arrive early. Drayton Valley has 56 seats, $40 per person. Departs 12:45 from the Walmart Supercenter in Drayton Valley, quick stop in Atchison. Grand Prairie, 56 seats available, $80 per person. You can see the list here. They've got one going out of Lethbridge in area, Okotoks, Airdrie as well. It's got the price lists here. There is a link. I'm going to copy said link, and I'm going to post it down here. I'm going to post it right here in the chat. I'm going to post it right over here. So if you want to go to the Alberta rally and you want to catch a bus, there's the bus down. What? That's not it. That's not the link.
Yeah, what did you do?
That's not the link. Stop, internet. What did you just do to me? Let's open the link in a new tab. Let's open it up in a new tab. You can go to Alberta Prosperity Project's website, albertaprosperityproject.com. I Am Alberta Rally. So head over to APP's website where you can get your bus tickets. Here's the proper link down below.
Try it again.
We're doing it live. There's the proper link for you folks. Alberta Prosperity's website. If you go to events, if you go to albertaprosperityproject.com, you can't find it. Go to the events tab right in the middle of the page. The I Am Alberta Rally is the first one that pops up. Here's where you can book your bus trips. Again, it gives you all of your prices. It tells, look at this. Look at Derek. He's always in here pushing us along. Thank God for Derek. Get it together.
Isn't that my job? Like, shouldn't that be me?
And you know what really grinds my gears? YouTube hosts who don't have their stuff together. Get it together. We're getting it together. Giggity, giggity. Let's go. Raptor guy with $5 super chat. Carney's about as sleazy as Lyle Landley, the monorail guy.
Yes.
We've said that over and over, but yes. Was Lyle that sleazy? Was he that sleazy?
Yeah.
Nilok with a $2 super chat. Hit the like. Let's kick this off. I feel bad. I missed one of Nilok's super chats on the last live stream. I saw it when I went back into the live replay. Nilok, I sincerely apologize. I'm so sorry I missed your last super chat.
I cannot.
The Mankini page? Why is everybody obsessed with this Mankini? I don't wear a Mankini. I don't do it. It's not nice. We're not doing that. We're not doing it.
Although you did show our new roommate Borat last night.
Excuse me for the cough.
So now she knows what
our roommate
the Mankini is.
So our friend who moved in had never seen Borat. I believe it or not. She's not culturally appropriated, hasn't seen Borat. We showed her the Mankini. She says, that's what everybody's yelling at you about on your streams? Yes, that. And it's not happening. It's not happening. Carney makes a hole in the air look substantial.
Yeah.
Absolutely he does. You guys are amazing. Is that all we got so far? 324 likes? Can we hit that like button, folks? Remember, if we get a lot of likes tonight, if I see a lot of likes by the end of the stream, I'm not even putting a number on it because Derek will just shoot it down anyways.
Yes.
We're
blaming Derek.
I'm picking on Derek for fun. Don't worry, Derek. We still like you.
It wasn't me. Derek was in the room.
It was Derek all along. We're gonna do a giveaway if we get substantial likes. I want to see substantial. I want to see a record broken.
We can do it.
Let's do it. Come on.
We'll see.
Come on, hit that like button there. So Alberta Prosperity's doing these buses. I didn't say we had to hit a super chat record, although it helps. But you guys, how?
That is his second super chat.
I got a fever.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh, more cowbell. We also got Nilok coming in. He's crazy. Guys, $5 super chat. It's all good, buddy. Everyone better be there. I can't do walking tonight with my cough. Everybody better be there. I'll be going around interviewing people on why they want independence, and we'll be posting the videos. Nilok does a lot of the media for APP. So here's the thing about that rally, folks. And here's the thing I want to say, and some people aren't going to like this tone. Some people aren't going to like it. But you know what really grinds my gears? Whenever we do rallies like this rally is the most important rally for Alberta independence. A lot of people have said, when do we start getting signatures? When do we vote? When does everything else happen? You have to understand, if you want independence in this province, you must do everything possible to be at this rally. Do not stay at home. Don't put your feet up and leave it for somebody else. We need a substantial turnout. If we do not get a substantial turnout, it is going to make this movement look so pathetically weak, in contrast to guys like Tom Lukaszuk, that they're going to start saying, well, there's really no demand for independence in Alberta. They couldn't even get enough people at their rally.
Yeah.
This rally needs to shatter expectations. It needs to shatter records. And I don't want to see one person saying, oh, I wished I could have been there, but I had to relace my shoes. Or, you know, my dog farted and I couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, I ran out of conditioner. I could be there. If you want independence in this country, if you're fed up with Mark Carney, if you're fed up with the corruption, the transfer payments, the emissions caps, the oil tanker bans,
bring your family,
bring everybody.
Your kids.
Get down
we
here.
will be there.
I don't want to hear a single person saying, oh, we didn't get our independence. We wanted it. If you don't show up, you don't get a voice. That's as far as I see it. You people come here, you like our honey, you like our way of life, and you don't come to the rallies. I can't do a good Don Cherry.
That was horrible.
We got David coming in as a new member. Thank you so much. We got Bradley coming in. I'll be at the rally 100%. It's time to start.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely it is. I don't want to hear anybody whining about, oh, we didn't get enough people. I wanted people there. We wanted lots of people there. I'll be giving out lollipops. It'll be wonderful, folks. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be around there with a fanny pack giving out lollipops for everybody, telling you to feel better because we're getting independence.
I'm excited.
Ingrid to the $2 super chat. Show up in Edmonton, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. Carson, free memberships at 500 thumbs, and I'll sponsor a giveaway at 750 likes.
I love it.
Look at that. Carson's putting a number on it. I'm not even doing that. Carson. Hey, Carson, you know what really grinds my gears? Certainly not you.
No.
You're a great man. Witsius, am I pronouncing that right? With a $2 super chat. Go to the rally, folks.
Yes.
Go to the rally.
We're going to be there.
Get to the rally. Look at all these super chats coming in. You guys, you're crazy. You're crazy. I got to get to this one.
Nope.
Bradley.
No one above it.
Bradley Wilcox, I'm taking time off work early just to make it. I appreciate that. I'm happy. I hopefully will see you there. Jancor, $2. Trudy, jail time coming. I don't know about that. I'll believe it when I see it. Derek with a $2 super chat. What can we do in Ontario? People here are sleeping. Let's talk about that since we're on Alberta independence. Oh, guys. Oh, say hi to the trolls. Hi.
Hi, trolls.
Hi. All you spread is garbage. Well, all you spread is your legs. So get out of here. Come on. Go get your nickels.
You were in a good mood.
Go get your wooden nickels. Tell me. Go get a lollipop. Hope it makes you feel better. Somebody bring out the band hammer. Get rid of the trolls. Let's get them out of here. I love the trolls. I do. You guys.
I love it. Hi, liberals.
What all you do is you go around talking about all this nonsense and you love Danielle Smith and you won't put your elbows up with Mark Carney. Why won't you just put your elbows up?
I think Carney put something else up.
Why won't you just put your elbows up, Fringe, you son of a bitch? Will with a $5 super chat. Heard we might get another election come budget next month. What are your opinions? I think we need to wait until at least spring.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get an election before then. We can't.
No.
We can't get an election before then.
That would be wonderful.
They just had one. The Conservatives need time to get some money in the coffers. They got to get a plan together. And that's the biggest thing is they got to get a plan. I don't want fence-sitting Pierre and fucking playing it safe.
No.
God, I keep dropping the bombs. I can't do that. I don't want them playing it safe and fence-sitting and all this other nonsense. I want them to get a solid plan together. No more used car salesman talk. I want representation. If we're going to be a part of this country, if Alberta's going to vote in another election before their independence, I want real conservatives. Not just a name. I want real conservatives.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job so far. And I think they've had an effect on C2, and we're going to talk about that. So I'm not going to crap all over the Conservatives just yet. Nilok with $5 super chat. Bring everybody. Seatbelt Graham onto the roof. Clamp it style. Doesn't matter how you get there. We have to prove the lefties wrong.
I love it.
Absolutely
yes.
we do. We've got A with a $2 super chat. I'll add some memberships. Come on, folks. Let's go. Look at the support.
Love it.
Look at that support. You know, the Fringe's bank account got hacked again today for the 50th time. These Jeets just can't stop trying to put their hands in unacceptable Fringe. I get a lovely call from the bank saying that somebody has attempted twice to pull $9,000 out of our accounts. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we had $9,000? But they said they keep trying to rip your accounts dry. There's nothing much we can do besides lock it down. You got to come back into the bank. You got to get new account numbers all over again, new cards, new
because
everything.
It was so much fun the first three
times. I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
I've had enough of it. It really grinds my gears. So, believe the super chats, I've never asked for them, but they're definitely welcome tonight. We got to get that $9,000 so the scammers can take the money. John with the $5 super chat. Don't mind the trolls; they have nothing better to do. Tommy and I will be there.
Awesome.
Thank you. I love the trolls. I think they're great. I love the trolls. Mike Freedom Honey, $5 super chat. Dancing the Independence Boogie. See you at the rally. There you go. Can't wait to see Mike there. Mike is good people. His wife Sherry is absolutely fantastic as well. Calendars That Curse. We're going to start our ad campaigns with them very soon. And I have a new sponsor coming to the channel. We're going to talk about them next Friday. I want to get you guys all hyped up.
Yeah.
This is a company that...
It's a gooder.
If you don't like what's happening with the supermarkets, folks, if you don't like what's going on with groceries and the cost of foods, if they're already too high, guess what? I have found a business, a local business in Alberta that does farm-to-table delivery orders. You can order your food online, your meat, your poultry, your eggs, your dairy. There's ways around it through the dairy cartels, folks, and you can get all farm-to-table at pretty much the same price as you're paying for processed garbage from other retailers. They're really great to work with, and I'm going to talk about them more next week. I got to finish up about what I was going to say because we were talking about Ontario independence. See how the ADD kicks in? I know it frustrates the viewers, but super chats start coming in, questions start coming in. I get a little distracted there. I get a little distracted. Oh, but we're going to break out some Cool Whip, and we're going to talk. We're going to talk. Oh, would you like to ride my bike? And we're going to talk a little bit about what this independence thing. Now, listen, if you guys have watched John Bolton, I like John Bolton, okay? He's a good friend of the channel. Please, John, do not think I'm riding your tail here. But he put out this really weird, wacky video today about Ontario needing to join the independence movement. John, whatever you're smoking, can I get some? And who's your supplier? Because here's the problem with that. I do understand the message that John was conveying in his video.
And yeah, there are
great people in Ontario.
Yes.
They're like, if you could take parts like basically Ottawa and like Toronto, maybe Brampton, some other areas, and just put them on their own little space and move them out of Canada with Quebec, I think we'd be in great shape. I don't think we would need to talk about independence in any province at that point. But the problem is that when you talk about those great conservatives in Ontario, people who have right-wing views, who don't want to be a part of this woke culture anymore, I think the problem when you start saying that is that you can't just take a slice of Ontario with you. You can't just say, well, this third of Ontario is going to vote independence. You have to take them all.
Yeah, and we don't want that big chunk that's there.
We don't want Toronto, and we don't want the wokies, and they're the problem. Okay? Aside from Quebec, John, they're the problem, and we don't want them. If the good people of Ontario wish to move out west,
100%.
Come on over. The water's warm.
To take you.
We would love to have you here.
That Ontario can stay there.
But when they say, oh, let's like, if you're going to start including Ontario, and then they're going to say, well, what about parts of Quebec? What about Newfoundland? Well, who's leaving then? What are we talking about? It shouldn't be about independence anymore. And why don't we just boot some people out?
There will be provinces that will follow.
How about this? How about take Ottawa, take Brampton, take Windsor, or some of those areas that are really kind of disheveled. They're not liked. And that's no slap at anybody who lives there. But the bad people. Let's take the people that are ruining it, the elbows up crowd. Let's put them all in Quebec. Let's build a 50-foot wall around it and just fill it with water. How's that sound? Then nobody has to leave. Nobody has to do anything. Oh, and put the government in there too. Just fill it with water. Ends all the problems. Modern problems require modern solutions.
Yes. And then we'll build a wall.
But talking about bringing Ottawa into
Fill it with
independence, you might as well just write the whole thing off at that point.
Yeah.
I really hope John comes down off of whatever he was smoking and really thinks about that statement. And again, no slap at John. I like John. Guys, go give John a follow if you haven't already. John does do some good work. I've been on his show. I plan to see him at the rally. He's got, hi, it's John here, and I'm walking around with my big blue coffee mug.
He's got to bring it with him.
He's going to bring his big blue coffee mug with him to the rally and hopes to meet all you guys there. John's a great guy.
Yes.
So what's the point? What's the point, Fringe?
There is never a point. No, I'm just joking.
Did I not say the point?
Yes.
We can't take Ontario with us?
No.
Isn't that the point? Isn't it? You know what? We should just do a show. We should do a show where I just let the viewers run the show. I love that the
trolls.
The complaint department seems to be on backlog lately. Why do you do the Trump voice? Stop doing the Trump voice. What's wrong with your intro? Why won't you do a new intro? Hey, I don't like your thumbnail this week. The colors hurt
I don't
my
like
eyes.
how you dress.
I don't like the clothes you wear. Why can't you go get better clothes? How come you're not talking about what I want you to talk about specifically, Fringe? I know you have 145,000 subscribers, but you should be running your channel just around my needs. Come on.
Please tell us.
Come on.
Tell us how you really feel.
Come on.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh, I got a fever, all right. My God. My God. I'm so glad you voted for Donald Trump, too. And let me tell you something, folks. I'm not going to stop doing the Trump voice. I love doing the Trump. It's wonderful.
A lot of people like it.
A lot of people love it. They love doing it. And anytime I read those comments where people say, hey, Fringe, stop doing the Trump voice, I just say, no. No. Waste your time all you like, ladies and gents. I'm not getting rid of the Trump voice. It's not going away. And I'll tell you why. I got into this business because I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted people to have a good time. I wanted people to forget half of their troubles while we're still talking about the things that are important. Yes. I am not Mr. Serious. If you want to watch serious news on YouTube, you should probably go watch Northern Perspective or go and watch Moose on the Loose.
And politics is so depressing.
Check out Elevate Podcast. They're all great channels and great people. I tip my cap to all of them. They're all fantastic producers on this platform.
We do it a little different.
But I do it a little different, folks, because I like having a good time. I like laughing. Yes, I dress goofy. I play with toys, and I'm a man-child. If you can't deal with that, sorry, not sorry. I can't fix that for you. I'm sorry. You know who else isn't sorry? Marcus with a $5 super chat. It's so good to see you two tonight. Derek, so if Alberta votes for independence, what is next step? Thanks, he says. I'm going to tell you about that in a second here. Andrea giving a $2 super chat. Put a message in there next time. Thank you so much. Mr. Blockton with a $5 super chat. Happy Friday, Mr. and Mrs. Fringe. If you could interview a fake conservative Doug Ford, what would you ask him?
Ooh.
I'd ask for his cheesecake recipe because he looks like he's eating pretty well. I just ask him to come out, if he could come out and admit he's a liberal.
Yeah,
that's it. And if he's dipping in on his brother's supply,
just cross the board,
because he seems to be. It's not even flip-floppy. He's a closet liberal. I'd ask him why he's deliberately bankrupting his province, why he doubles down on Donald Trump, why he can't just do his job as a premier and defend jobs properly in Ontario. Why is he talking about buy Canadian, but then he shuts out Crown Royal? I mean, they're a Canadian business.
I don't think he knew that, honestly.
Snow with a $2 super chat. We don't run the channel. It's so disillusioned. I'm sorry. Maybe we need to sit down with the lawyers. Let's get contracts. Let's hash it out. Let's hash it out.
I don't even get a say.
I should have been a little more thorough in the contract. You know what the biggest problem is I've apologized in the past. And I think people just think that as soon as you start apologizing, oh, good, he's a doormat. We can walk all over him.
People do that to every channel. You should be doing this, or I don't like the way you do
I
this.
don't mind criticism, and I
No,
don't mind
that's
people
great.
saying, hey, Fringe, you know, I didn't like your take on this, or, you know, I wish you wouldn't drop these words so much. There's times I've offended our Christian viewers, and I've said, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. And I'm happy to hear if people say, hey, I wish you'd cover this, or I wish you'd take more time to look at this or that, or change this up. And I really don't have a problem when people tell me, hey, the intro's a little weird. Could we change it up? I agree. Those things take time, and I'm happy to put those things together. But so please don't think that I don't want criticism or I can't handle it. It's just the same old, oh, this channel should be built around my preferences. No channel on YouTube is built around your bloody preferences. Name me one channel that does it the way you want it all the time. Give me that. Marianne Drinkwater with a $2 super chat. That rally is going to be effing awesome. Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yes, it is.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, never apologize. We're not going to apologize.
We were talking about Daniel Smith.
I'm getting into Danielle, but somebody said, what's the step with independence? We got to get to that.
Right.
What day and what time and where is the rally? Oh, man. Let's do it again. October 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. Alberta Legislature in Edmonton. There you go. The next steps. So keep in mind, and then we're going to get on to Danielle. Here's what happens with an independence vote. Again, for anybody who isn't aware about it, I know we have American viewers, people who don't know what happens. Right now, Alberta Prosperity Project's question is sitting in the courts for November to have a decision made upon it. If Tom Lukaszik's current petition gets the signatures required and is validated, and if Danielle Smith puts it on a referendum ballot, she has stated that she considers it a constitutional question. If it is to be a constitutional question, we can all answer no, Alberta should not remain in Canada. If APP's question is allotted their signatures, then everybody who signed up at Alberta Prosperity Project or anybody who wants to sign the petition gets in touch with APP. I'll be giving everybody the info on that when it happens, when it comes through, because you know this is the official, unofficial source of Alberta Prosperity. I'll be telling you how to go about that. Albertans then cast their ballots whenever the referendum date is set. If they get the vote, to secede from Canada, if independence is on the menu, then what happens is all First Nations leaders, all chiefs, band leaders, the premiers across Canada, as well as the federal government, must all meet in good faith to discuss Alberta's exit from Canada. There is no veto. There is no, we don't want to, or we're gonna stick our heads in the sand about it for a little while. We don't want to get on board with it. They must sit down. Now, I played a video on Wednesday talking about First Nations where they said, well, the oil doesn't belong in Canada. Go watch that live stream. Go check out that video clip. It explains it all. The oil is ours. They signed that away for treaty rights within Alberta, within Canada. So 3 things happen to First Nations. They can either remain in Canada in their little pockets of what's given to them as their reservation land, or
they can join the movement.
Or Alberta takes over those payments from Canada, and the only thing that exchanges then is who's responsible for paying them out their money and who keeps the treaties up to date. Or their third option is they scrap all of that and they negotiate a new deal with a sovereign Alberta as for what's needed for their land, how much space they get, funding for them, etc. All of that gets discussed at that time. Now, that's the way that it's set out in the laws. But this is uncharted territory because no province has ever held a referendum that's been successful in order to secede from Canada. So we have to be patient. We have to wait. And according to the law, that's how it's supposed to go. Keep in mind, if the government of Canada or anybody else chooses to turn around and say, we're not going to recognize Alberta, even if Danielle Smith said after a referendum, well, they all said that they agreed to leave, but I'm not going to recognize that. I'm not going to put it through. Alberta Prosperity Project has already gone to the United States and sat with the Trump administration and asked them, if we got the vote, would you recognize Alberta as an independent nation? They said yes, which means that if Danielle or Mark Carney or whoever did not wish to recognize the results of a successful referendum, well, good old Donald can come in with his military and they can line up around the borders of Alberta. They can make a big, beautiful wall out of their military, and they can say, we recognize Alberta as an independent nation, an independent state, and they are now under protection of the United States of America.
Yeah.
And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we can start discussing some real money-making deals with the U.S., and things will be bueno. If you don't believe me that real things are going on in Canada right now, by the way, Danielle Smith is in discussions with Donald Trump that they're allegedly putting a railway line through Alaska to Alberta down to the United States currently.
That would be amazing.
So F around and find out is kind of going on right now with the Canadian government. And Danielle said it. Danielle said it already on the news a couple weeks ago. If the government doesn't want to work with me, I may have to go down to the United States, and I don't really want to do that, but they're my next customer, and that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Time's coming, folks. Things are changing. For anybody who says independence isn't going to happen, Fringe, it's already in motion. Excuse me. I'm trying not to cough. Nilok, the $2 super chat, 688 viewers, only 123 likes. What? I thought we were at 3 something. It's got to be more than that. There's got to be a typo there. Guys, get the like button already. We're almost at 800 viewers.
We hit the 500 like
We had to have, because I saw Carson in there somewhere. Badass Custom Coatings with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much. We are now living in Cochrane, setting up our shop in Calgary, opening soon. See you at the rally. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Badass Custom Coatings there. Pop in when you get things set up. I want to give you a proper shout out. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. What I also appreciate is Carson, El Gringo Grande, with the 20 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. That is so generous. Thank you. Not to mention A giving another 5 memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you for that. Very generous. Tony coming in with a $10 super chat. If anybody wants to go to Edmonton next Saturday, needs a ride from Calgary, I have 6 seats to spare if you need a ride.
Wow.
There you go, guys. Very generous to offer Tony. Hit up Tony, guys, in the chat if you need help getting there. It looks like he's got some room. Ingrid with a $5 super chat. We need independence, folks. We need it bad. More than the cowbell. Dimebag Darren Lowe with becoming a member for 5 months. I love you and wish you prosperity in a sovereign Alberta. Wow. I don't know what to say about that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, we haven't even been on a date, but you love me. I'm grateful. Thank you. Witzius with gifting 10 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. Again, you guys are so generous. Nilok, $2 super chat. Alberta will be the wealthiest country in the world. You've ever seen, go look at Dubai sometime. Look at their architecture, look at their buildings, look at all the money that's flowing. Look at the fact that people drive like Ferraris, McLarens all around that place. Alberta could be the next Saudi Arabia.
I don't really want a big fancy sports car.
Hey, come on, get in sports car. You like sports car? Come on, ladies, get in sports car. Look,
I don't think you want me picking up chicks in my sports car anyway.
We could have that lifestyle. We could have money flowing.
It would just be great to have jobs.
You wouldn't even be worried anymore about anything, folks. People would be using dollar bills as toilet paper if we just got rid of the federal government. Wouldn't that be nice?
About our kids would be supported.
E-Money with a $20 super chat. The Fringe needs what?
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Well, there you go. You got it. We got more cowbell. How? More cowbell. Guys, I got to get on to Danielle. She's crazy. Crazy premium. I'm sorry. We keep coughing. The mics was sick.
Don't forget us.
Today, I'm that mouse. Here we go. How are you gonna wipe your ass with a loony? I could get creative. If I had a couple of drinks, I could probably get creative.
Yeah, we certainly don't have dollar bills.
Don't have dollar
bills.
Maybe
a 5.
Maybe old. Maybe what?
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
No, we will never stop with the cowbell. My God. We'll trade you California for Alberta.
No!
Well, as long as Alberta's not part of that afterwards, then yeah, get rid of California. Throw it in there. And Canada can have them. I don't want California.
Yeah.
Gavin Newscum.
We're part of the trade, so that works.
Oh.
Right?
Oh my God. Snow with a $5 super chat. You can use Canadian $5 toilet paper. It's cheaper than actual toilet paper.
Yeah.
These days, yes.
Oh.
Yep. Let's talk about Danielle. I don't know if you guys have been following, but the teachers are on a strike right now. Our kids have been driving us nuts because they're home and they're loopy. They're going squirrely. Here's the thing about what's happening with the teachers. F them. I don't feel sorry for them one iota, and I'm going to tell you why. I know people are already getting ready to hit the chat. Hey, Fringe, you don't say that about teachers. You don't know what they've been through.
Love our teachers and the support that they give our children. It's the union and the board.
Here's the thing. $114,000 a year, 90 sick days a year, 90. And they're only in school. They're only in school 30-something weeks out of the year. 90 sick days. Could you imagine that in your job? And you always get Christmas off. You get summers off. You get Easter. You get Thanksgiving. You get long weekends. You never have to get in line and try to match somebody else's holidays to get time off. You get a pretty good life. $114K a year. And they came forward and said, well, look at the size of our classrooms. They're overrun. They don't have teachers' aides. And Danielle said, well, I'll tell you what. I can give you an increase in wages, or we can give you more teachers' assistants.
But she even looked at it and said, with all the teachers that are here in Alberta, the substitute teachers, the part-time workers, she even said, I don't know why they're part-time. We have enough resources currently to make 21 students per class, but they're not using it.
They're not using it, and they're not utilizing this because this is all about politics, folks.
It has nothing to do with what they're asking for because they were offered everything and they could use the resources they currently have and use to get that, and they're choosing not to.
I'm going to show you the ugly side of this. And I'm going to show you why I don't care about what's going on. And it's not the teachers. Keep in mind, this is the unions.
The unions are in full control of this. The teachers are currently on strike without pay right now.
The teachers union doesn't have a strike relief fund. They knew that going into this.
They did. It was brought up a month ago and it was talks about this. So they went into this knowing that they would not be getting paid for that.
Now, here's the thing. We need doctors. No, we need 10 million people to take a hike out of this country so that doctors are available for Canadians.
Yes.
It's not my fault in classrooms that a bunch of, let's say, newcomers, because I've already dropped enough bad words in this stream. Newcomers bring their families here. They bring their kids here. They bring their cousins here. They bring their second cousins here. All that they marry each other, by the way. And then they're told, no, your classrooms are too full. I've seen teachers arguing online, hey, one of these students had, or one of these classrooms had 26 students in it, and another one had 31. I graduated in 1998 in Calgary, folks. Most classes had about 30 students on average. One teacher, no teacher's aides, no fancy, how do you like your anxiety? Are you okay? How are your feelings today?
They didn't threaten strike every year either.
They didn't threaten strike every 5 minutes. And what you have to realize of what's going on here, the teachers' unions run through QP. QP was tied to the NDP for the longest time through Rachel Notley's husband, who was one of the heads.
The NDP wasn't offering the teachers what they were asking for then.
The
Danielle
NDP
is giving them more
over the NDP's reign. Over the NDP's reign, the NDP gave 0% increases to teachers the entire time they were in power. Danielle Smith has offered them 14%, and they've shut it down. All while loudmouths like Naheed Nen shit comes out, Danielle Smith wants to blame everybody but herself. She's the premier, and she must take responsibility for these allegations or corruption. Here's the thing, folks.
Do you see the first comment?
The first comment with Jack Dan. He's so good.
I'm going to leave this here.
Settle down. Hey, settle down. Settle down, you bastard.
Oh, that's so perfect.
Settle down. I'm going to leave that on the screen while we talk about this. Here's the thing. Here's the problem. If you go to Naheed Nenshi's X profile, all he does is bitch about Danielle Smith. He doesn't have any policies. He doesn't have any ideas of what he's going to do. He points the finger and says, look at what Danielle's doing.
But he also doesn't have anything to back up the blame either. I mean, he blamed her for a city falling apart when He was the mayor of that city, and she's just the premier.
This
of the province.
entire QP being tied into Nenshi, being tied into the NDP, they're doing all of this to bolster votes between nurses, teachers, and those under the QP umbrella, healthcare workers, all of it. Oh, let's all get our woke buddies together and I'll go up against Danielle Smith. Here's how you know this has nothing to do with teachers. They've weaponized our children. They're depriving our kids of an education with high wages.
With no talk of going back.
No talk of going back. And here's the thing, folks. They're not even informing the teachers of the deals that they're getting. Let's get into this. Breaking news. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith just said her government offered enhanced mediation for striking teachers. Says teachers could have returned to work and with paychecks on Monday while they negotiate. The union rejected the offer. They didn't even tell the teachers this was an option.
No, they just
rejected
it.
Flat out rejected it. They say taxpayers must be respected and an extra $2 billion was not reasonable.
One of our kids' schools sent out an email at the beginning of this week canceling all the fun lunches or whatever else for the whole month of October and planning already sending back November's. They're planning on being on this strike for a long time.
They're going to run this for a long time. And I'm telling you one thing, my kids are not going to be held out in the year. They're going to be put forward. They're not going to be held back and told, well, they got to go to school in the summer now because teacher. No, shut up. You guys went on strike. This is your problem. Your mess.
They had the option within 2 weeks to go back to work, and they chose not to take it. And it's not the teachers that chose not to take it.
Greg's saying they get a pay raise and us parents will have to pay through the school fees.
Exactly.
Absolutely we will.
And we're
already paying for them to be at home. We're already paying for whatever options we need on the side.
And how many parents out there are struggling right now to figure out where their kids are going to go while they're working, trying to pay bills? It's not affordable.
Here's Danielle making sense out of it all. I got to keep things moving, but here's Danielle trying to make sense of it all. This is how you know it has nothing to do with pay.
No.
Anytime, do me a favor, Albertans, whenever you run into any of these people with the teachers and they say, oh, the teachers just aren't paid enough, they're not respected, they don't have the resources they need, tell them to shut up. And tell them that this is all about politics. It has nothing to do with resources. It has nothing to do with their pay scale. This is all so that the NDP can weasel their way in. Take a listen.
Good afternoon. I'm here to provide an update on teacher bargaining and speak directly to students, families, and teachers. It has now been 2 weeks since the strike began and since students have been out of the classroom. And we've still not received a realistic and fair proposal from the Alberta Teachers Association that would work for students, teachers, and taxpayers. But we do not believe this strike can continue indefinitely. It's hurting students and families, and for that matter, teachers. Given this, yesterday, the Provincial Bargaining and Compensation Office wrote to the Alberta Teachers Association and formally requested an agreement to enter an enhanced mediation process. This process would have allowed students and teachers to return to the classroom starting Monday, while ATA, the Teacher Employers Bargaining Association, and a third-party mediator would work together to propose a recommended agreement. PBCO made this offer to the ATA because this strike is impacting students and families, and I'm very disappointed that the Alberta Teachers Association refused this offer. Government is trying to put kids, families, and teachers first and bring an end to this strike. The offer of enhanced mediation provided a clear path to ending it. Government's investment needs to be flexible and work for all 61 school divisions. And we want the same things as the ATA. More classrooms, more teachers, more pay for teachers, and more educational assistants. And that's why we are committed to improving the entire system. With the 12 to 17% raise that was recently rejected by ATA, teachers' salaries would have started at $70,916 and go up to $119,033. This would have made them the best paid teachers in Western Canada after provincial taxes. We offered to hire an additional 3,000 new teachers over the term of the contract, which would help alleviate classroom sizes on top of the $8.6 billion investment we made this year to build 130 schools. We also offered to hire 1,500 more educational assistants to support teachers and students each and every day in the classroom. All of this was rejected, as was the offer made yesterday that would have had everyone back in the classroom first thing Monday morning. The ATA's latest offer would have cost taxpayers an additional $2 billion on top of the $2.6 billion that we have already committed, a total of $4.6 billion. Our province is facing a $6.5 billion budget deficit this year, and we must continue to be responsible stewards of taxpayer dollars. TIBA is ready and willing to continue negotiating, but...
So I'm going to cut in right there because here's the thing. So Danielle is saying we offered them the universe. We gave them everything they asked for, and they still turned it down.
They want more money.
Teacher, the lowest rung of the ladder, $70,000 a year to start, with the highest senior officials of teaching making $119,000 a year, plus a total of 4,500 extra teachers and teaching assistants over the term of a contract. 4,500 staff additional to reduce class. So you've given them what they asked for teaching assistants. You've given them reduced classroom sizes, and you've given them 17% hike in wages.
Yeah. And
they've still turned it down. What does this tell you, folks? What does this tell you about this protest? When you see them all lined up by Rogers Center in downtown Edmonton saying, hey, Danielle, look at all the pissed off teachers. I'm going to start driving down there and throwing pies at them and saying, get back to work. Get back to, you're making more than a plumber, than a tradesman, and you're turning it down?
But the teachers themselves are not the ones turning it down. It's the union.
That's pretty good pay and benefits. That's unbelievable.
100% it is.
That's unbelievable pay and benefits. And they've shut it all down. It's absolutely disgusting that this is where we are. Our kids have been hijacked. This is almost tortious interference.
Yeah.
It's political interference. They're using this to wedge the NDP into Alberta. That's all this is a political game. And it's your kids that are suffering as a result of it. If I see one person in line with the teachers, I'll punch them in the mouth. I won't, but I want to. Like, it's just so aggravating. Oh, won't you think of the teachers? Yeah, while they cry with their $5 bill tissues. Give me a break. Sue with a $5 super chat. I'll be at the rally with APP. Ordered Fringe hoodies. Hopefully they get here in time. I hope so. Thank you so much.
I'm hoping our shirts come.
Hoping to see you there. Sue also gifting 5 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. Nilok with $2 super chat. The strike relief is a joke too. It's like $50 a week. It's crazy. Mr. Mad Docs, Max Dog, sorry. $5 super chat. Going to the rally in Edmonton from Serial.
That's what it says.
Been an Albertan for 45 years and counting. Love your show. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Snow, $2 super chat. Effing fire the teachers, disband the ATA, and start over.
Yeah.
It's all political. It's all political. It has nothing to do now. This is where, you know, when Danielle says we're going $4.6 billion into the taxpayers to give these groveling pissants what they want. And just end this, and they still won't end it. Why? Because they want to make her a martyr.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not about them. It's about her. Ridiculous. Brad with the $5 super chat. Everyone needs to go to the rally, and I would love a sweater. I mean, I'd love a toilet made out of gold. I hope to see you there. Saved by Grace, being a member for 10 months. I'm a teacher, and I'm sorry I voted against it. I appreciate that. There are good teachers. I know a lot of teachers who say they don't even want to strike, and they don't even want to tell people they don't want to strike because they're worried about backlash from the union.
Yeah.
They're worried they'll lose their jobs. I know so many teachers who don't want to do it. But you know what? I got guff last week because we ran into one of my kids' teachers at West Edmonton Mall, and they were out having a good time. And I said, "Are you enjoying your holiday?" They weren't too happy with me. Nilok with a $5 super chat. I will say this. A lot of the teachers are upset because half the classes don't speak English anymore. Common complaint from my clients.
100%
I agree with that.
agree.
And you know what's funny? You've got classrooms in Ontario that are singing "Oh Canada" in Arabic. Everybody said it earlier, woke teachers. Mike Freedom Honey reached out to me and told me he used to do investigative stuff against PDF files.
Yes.
And some of the ones they uncovered were teachers. And people have been saying it for a long time. Homeschool your kids. Don't allow them around these creeps. They push this DEI crap. They push all of this woke nonsense on our kids. And now they're crying, I'm only making $119,000 a year. And I get 3 months off. Come on. David Brewer, $5 super chat. I do support teachers, but here in the USA, teachers get half of the salaries you pay your teachers, and they want more. What's wrong with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I got to get on to Mark Carney. We got to get on to Mark Carney.
The whole title of the show.
The whole title of the show was about digital ID and censorship.
It took us an hour to get to
it. And it took me forever because we got lost in translation here on everything. Mike Freedom Honey, $2 super chat. 1 out of every 4 were teachers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So gross.
Thank you for the super chat. Witzius, $2 super chat. Homeschool rule.
It does, and I would love to. It's not for everybody.
Not everybody can do it.
No.
Little Swiss man coming in. Sorry, I'm late. I'm here now. Good. Well, you're here for the topic of the show. So now you can't yell at me.
We were waiting for you.
You can't yell at me and say, hey, Fringe, you took forever yammering on.
We were waiting for you.
Let's talk about Bill C2.
Yeah.
I've talked about how this whole censorship on your speech, this whole Bill C8, C9, C2, it's all leading to what the UK did with Starmer before they brought in digital ID. First, you bring in the censorship, you take away people's guns, then you start telling them, we're going to bring in digital ID, and it's all because of immigration. Right? We already know the game plan in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
It's already happening. Mark Carney's already got his values in a row. But I've always said that C2 and other bills have had an issue going through in the past. Keep in mind, this is the 3rd time the Liberals are trying to put those through. And I've said that hopefully when these things get to the Senate, when the bills get to the Senate, because the Conservatives and Andrew Lawton is doing one hell of a job. Dr. Lewis is doing one hell of a job trying to push as to why censorship can't happen. We had committees showing Andrew Lawton last week. I showed it here on the channel where he was asking, are you going to confirm that nobody's going to go to jail over a tweet that they send or a social media post? And of course,
he couldn't have a straight answer for it.
Sean Fraser says, well, if it's hate speech and all this, but they won't define what hate speech is. And I've said that hopefully once these bills get to the Senate floor, the Senate has to do what they've done the last 2 times, and they must reject the bill because it goes against the Canadian Charter of Rights.
Yes.
It looks like that's already happening with C2. We had the super chat earlier where somebody said, what happens with, what's your thoughts on amnesty being extended to gun owners? I think this has to do with that. And I think you're going to see that it's never going to go through. And here's why. It infringes on your Charter of Rights. The government has reversed on Bill C2 and removes lawful access warrantless demand powers in new broader bill. Or the new border bill, sorry. This was the bill that was being proposed to say that they can go through your mail, they can search you at the border without a warrant, without any cause. Fringe, lottery for bank hacker fans. Better odds? I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
That was for the bank hacker fan.
Oh, for the bank. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes. Thank you.
He's a little slow. He'll get it.
Oh, God. I'm getting a little retarded. Let's go. So the government reverses on Bill C2, removes lawful access warrantless demand powers in new border bill. So this was put out on the 8th of October. I probably should have got a video out on about it, but honestly, I didn't even know what happened because, again, the mainstream media is not talking about it. Somebody had to forward it my way. The government reversed its course on the ill-advised anti-privacy measures in Bill C2, introducing a new border bill with lawful access provisions removed. The move is welcome given the widespread opposition to provisions that would have created the power to demand warrantless access to information from any provider of a service in Canada and increase the surveillance on Canadian networks. The sheer breadth of a proposed system was truly unprecedented and appeared entirely inconsistent with Supreme Court of Canada jurisprudence and the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. That was the immediate reaction when the bill was tabled in June. And here was the never credible response forthcoming from the government officials. Indeed, if anything, meetings with department officials made plain that this was an embarrassingly rushed, poorly drafted piece of legislation that required a reset. Good news aside, this embarrassing episode merits a few comments. First, the government has badly burned public trust and left the distinct impression that privacy is not a priority. It would be nice to think that it came to the senses on the privacy implications of its proposal, but it was more likely rationale that was in the minority government situation. It could not find a partner to get the bill passed in its original form. The Conservatives made the opposition clear, as did the NDP. The Bloc was supportive of some of the border measures, but many have backed the privacy rules. Or many have balked at the privacy rules, sorry. Without support from any party, the bill would have required significant changes in order to get it passed. I think this is what you're going to see when it comes to C8, C9, and everything else.
So.
Is that when they talk about censoring people, sending them into jail over tweets, cutting off platforms like YouTube, cutting off your ability to certain information. Hopefully this is a good sign that a lot of this is going to peel back, that it's all fear-mongering, that it's them making sloppy work, hoping to just get it passed and that people are stupid. Hopefully, this means that digital ID will not come to Canada, at least before we get a proper election and maybe some common sense in our government. Again, the Conservatives have been doing a really good job pushing back at this, but it's helpful to see that they've had to walk it back. They've had to walk back the ability to go through your mail to take away. So when we talk about C8, it's either C8 or C9 that allows them to pull away your telecommunications abilities. So like they can say, well, you're not allowed to have a cell phone or internet access, that at any time they can just deem that you're away from you. Hopefully that this is another sign that these parties again are going to say, look, crimes, you must define what those are, and you can't just take away people's abilities to communicate with the world. You can't just pull away their internet. You can't take away their cell phones, and ban them from getting service from anywhere. It goes against the Charter of Rights. The bill has already been voted down twice in previous forms. And it seems like the Liberals just have this vendetta to constantly try and turn the gears and get it in its perfect form so that they can sneak it in and take away all of our voices. But if what we're seeing on C2 happened, that definitely tells me that there's a good chance C8 and C9 are on the verge of having the same things happen, where they say, look, if you want to protect individuals online, I'm sure there's a way to do that, but you can't take away people's internet. You can't send people to jail over posting memes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's the end of it. Snow with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I'm getting notifications for some kind of immigration raid in Calgary today. Do you know anything about it? No.
I know that I did read. So the Calgary police had shown up to a construction rally that was going on or something. And they were checking immigration papers. And they caught 4 people that were not legal.
Bill C2, removal of the notwithstanding clause to pass Senate, when and how to stop. This is the start of good things.
Mm-hmm.
If these bills were rushed through, if they said, okay, it's past the reading, the Senate passes it, here it goes, it's through, this would be a completely different situation. But I'm going to step back and say, look, mainstream media didn't cover this. That's usually a good sign. If they're not talking about it, it's because these are real changes that are going to go the opposite direction that the propaganda arm of the government doesn't want it to.
Yeah.
I've been hopeful this whole time that when it comes to the Senate, when it comes to the parties knowing what they can and can't push, keep in mind, even if the Bloc wants to support what the Liberals are trying to put through, they have to think about where they stand on certain bills. And I said this when I said when they vote for C9 and C8, watch who votes in support. It's important you watch those votings because those MPs are willing to lose their seat, they're telling their constituents when they vote on those bills that, yeah, we want to take away your voice. We want to take away your ability to act online. We want to take away.
We don't want you to have any rights.
Now, we don't want you to have the freedom to look up information. We don't want you to have the freedom to post a joke online or something. We want you to be worried at all times that we may come for you or cut you off from the world if we decide that what you're doing isn't good for us.
And no guideline rules either. It's just if they see fit.
Michelle Mybell says, I'm tired of the overreach.
Yeah.
We're all tired of the overreach. We're all tired of it. I hear Brookfield's involved in rebuilding Ukraine. Is that a fact?
Wow.
I haven't heard anything about that. Should we take a look at that? Can you type that in the just put Brookfield rebuilding Ukraine?
Oh.
You've been out of work for too long.
No, my finger was on the wrong.
Rebuilding Ukraine. Let's see if that's as of October 2025, there's no verified public information confirming that the Canadian firm Brookfield has secured $4.5 billion contract to rebuild Ukraine. That's a pretty accurate amount. Reports of such a deal have primarily circulated on social media platforms like Facebook and X, where they are presented as a broader claim of government corruption and have been factually debunked or widely disputed. Here's the summary of Brookfield's actual and discussed involvement. Misinformation on social media. Several social media posts in 2025 have claimed that Brookfield received $4.5 billion reconstruction contract. These claims frequently intertwine speculation about potential conflicts of interest involving former Brookfield executive and current Prime Minister Mark Carney. Brookfield is an investor, not a contractor, is an asset management firm. Brookfield invests capital in projects but does not typically perform the construction work itself. Instead, it would provide funding to contractors for development projects. In 2025, Brookfield announced a record $20 billion global infrastructure fund focused on clean energy and decarbonization, and online speculation linked to this fund to Ukraine reconstruction. So it's kind of saying yes and no at the same time. I'm going to have to say, because of what it's saying here, that it's misinformation and debunked. Until it comes out in black and white, folks, I can't say yes, definitely.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like...
They are linked to Brookfield. But again, what I'm getting for information right now is that I have to say that it is debunked until we see... Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can get struck off of YouTube if I say the wrong thing here. So don't think that I'm defending Mark Carney. It's until we get more information, I have to say it's debunked. If you don't take digital ID by 2028, you will be excluded from society, and digital ID is the second part of the BEAST system.
Oh, it's horrible.
I don't know what we're talking about here anymore.
I think that could be another...
I think we're getting into bots and stuff. I don't know what's going on here. Let's do some Q&A. Let's do some Q&A. Let's just get into that. Where are the likes at? Can somebody tell me where the likes are at in the stream?
What are we sitting at? I know we're over 500.
I know Carson said if we hit 700, he was going to sponsor a giveaway.
750.
What's 750?
Yeah, get it right.
I don't want to get him in that area. Somebody tell me where the likes are at. Where are the likes at, folks? 716. Can we get another 35 likes so you guys can get a giveaway? Let's get another 35 likes up in here.
You can do it.
Hit the like button down below, folks. If we can hit 750, we'll do a giveaway tonight. Somebody says 1,500. Paniner, he's always comic relief. There he comes. 723.
We're getting there.
Get it in there, guys. Get those other 25 likes in there.
While we wait, we'll do question period.
Well, let's do some Q&A.
Nobody has any questions. Okay, that was a great show. No, I'm just joking.
Keep in mind, if Carson sponsors the giveaway, you don't even have to be a member of the Patriots Club, folks.
But we do have a lot of new members tonight, which is awesome.
Did we hit the 750? Somebody says 752. Somebody said 760. 760. Are we there? Everybody's saying 760.
Like we're good.
I guess we'll do a giveaway after question period. Night of Falima, where's the fourth Ninja Turtle? I have some sad news. I came downstairs the other day. My Michelangelo fell forward, and the leg has snapped off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some glue to fix it. Those things are $250 a piece. I cannot afford to get another one. They were gifted to me, and I looked at another one, and I said, I'm going to have to try and fix this one.
I'll try and fix it.
The leg is like right gone, and it's like there's a ball joint that snapped off inside the socket.
Yeah,
so it's not like you can piece parts together or anything. It's really sad to see.
It was a clean break.
Snow, $750. I'll drop some memberships. We've already hit it. We've already hit it.
Oh,
but Snow did it. He gifted 10 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club.
And Jeffrey became
a member of the Patriots Club. Thank you so much to both of you. You guys are on fire. You guys are amazing. Look at that.
You're missing questions. You're just kind of skipping through things.
I have a question. I got a question over here. Who is going to vote for independence from the shit show federal government? I am. I am.
Me too.
Witzius gifting 10 more unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. You guys, frick, you guys are amazing. I missed some questions.
You did.
Do you think we'll get an election on November 1st, like I see on Facebook? No. I think if we're going to get an election, it's going to be spring.
Yeah.
I'd love to be proven wrong.
Oh, yes.
Don't get me wrong. I'd be happy to be proven wrong.
Please,
but
I'll take it.
Here's the problem. If we don't have enough time...
I don't see that as reality.
Let me put it in the best terms possible as to why I think we need to wait. There has to be a budget pushed forward so that the confidence levels in Mark Carney can go down.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that if when a budget comes through and it's failed...
Which it will.
Mark Carney has a failed budget. He's got ridiculous spending higher than Trudeau. He's got no deal with Donald Trump. Everything has fallen apart.
I mean, it's
right
already been
now,
proven he's doubled what Trudeau did.
If they called an election November 1st, Mark Carney would probably get a majority government. And we do not want that.
No.
Then you'll have your voice taken away. That's when everything goes absolutely crazy. Do you have an original Nintendo?
Me too.
I've got 4.
Jesus.
I've got 4. 2 in box.
One was one that you actually played when you were a kid.
One was my childhood NES. I've got a Rob the Robot
right, that's the one
bundle
I
that Mrs. Fringe got me in box. The whole thing, the deluxe set.
That was a good way.
I've got an original NES Master System, or not Master System.
You have a stand-up one too, don't you?
What?
No, like a stand-up loader?
Top loader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my 4th one. I got a lot of Nintendos.
Too many.
I used to have a very elaborate NES collection. I showed it on the channel once.
Sadly, Miss Fringe did not know that by getting him that robot Nintendo, it would be starting this collection thing.
I'd been collecting Nintendo games for a while. In fact, if you want to, can you pull my stadium events off the... you ever guys see guys like Wyatt Gaypool who have their little NES games behind them? Well, here's one to make them jelly. Here's my stadium events in its plastic case. This is the holy grail of Nintendo games. This here, the last time I looked, this game was going for roughly, I believe it was around $14,000.
You paid like $3 for the box.
I got this game in 1998 for $2.75 because I was going for a full set. And it was just, I went into my local store in Calgary at Video Game Trader. Shout out to them. They're still around. And their current owner, Jeff, used to be an employee at the store. And I used to just go in with a piece of paper and I'd look at the games. All of my games that I had were on the sheet of paper. And I'd just go, I have that one, don't have this one. And at that time, games were $2 to $3 on average. So I'd just go in after getting a paycheck and I'd spend about $60 to $80 and I'd just pick up more games. Stadium Events was one of those games that just happened to be on my list that they had in the pile. And I took it home at $2.75. And I've kept it ever since. I will never sell that game. I will never get rid of that game. In fact, Jeff McNair, who owns the place, Snow says Video Game Trader is great. If you ever go in there and talk to Jeff McNair, tell him the Fringe bought his stadium events. He'll tell you the story. Because every time I'd go into his store, he'd say, I'll tell you what. He says, I'll tell you what, if you want to bring that stadium events back, I'll give you double what you paid for it. I always tell him, not happening. It's not coming back. When did it become a valuable collectible? Stadium Events went valuable somewhere around I'd say 2008 to 2010, when you had guys like the Angry Video Game Nerd popping up on YouTube, making Nintendo popular again, collecting popular again. The prices really started to go up, and people started to collect, and they understood games like Stadium Events, where there's less than two dozen copies in the world available. That those are big ones to get. Those are grails, and I just happened to have it at that time. I've also got a great Nintendo World Championships cartridge that I will not sell. I had over 600 of the 772 NES games in my collection. And when we wanted to develop the basement in our old house, I sold them. I sold them and told Mrs. Fringe, hey, you know what? Then we don't have to take on any debt.
He also wanted to start a new collection.
I started a new collection of arcade machines. But I moved them along because the thing about electronics, folks, they downgrade, they lose their value.
Yeah.
And eventually they stop working, they stop functioning. And I said, look, the values are high right now. How about I sell them? And I had a store that wanted to buy them in bulk. They bought my entire collection of the games I was willing to sell. There were some that I kept, like you can see behind Mrs. Fringe here. I've got a lot of boxed games that I kept, like Mike Tyson's Punch Out and all my black box games like Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. I kept games that mattered to me. Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link.
He could go on forever.
I still collect
Nintendo
some,
games.
but most of my Nintendo I play digitally now. I don't. Retro games are great. So I've still got a Sega Master System in box. I've still got an Atari in box. I've still got a 5200, 7800. I've got a Virtual Boy. I've got a ColecoVision. Intellivision. What else do we have?
You saw that triangle.
GameCube, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Sega Saturn, Sega CD, Sega Genesis. I've got all that stuff still stored in boxes from the move. And I kept a large portion of it. I have a full, complete North American Sega CD set, all the games. I have all of the Dreamcast library for North America as well. And I'm missing 3 games from my Sega Saturn collection for the entire set as well. So like I used to collect pretty hardcore, but then the prices got crazy. Not so much anymore. Look, we're losing viewers just because I'm talking about
We are, yeah.
I'm talking about video games. No Atari Lynx? No, I never bought the Lynx. I just picked up Turtles on the NES at a yard cleanup job worth about $30 on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah, Turtles was a fun game. I had that one when I was a kid. I Am Alberta. Let's talk about that while we're waiting. As I said earlier, folks, again, next weekend is the rally. We'll be talking about it on next week's live stream. By the way, next Friday's live stream will be the last stream for October for us because Halloween falls on a Friday. We'll be taking the kids out on Halloween, so there will be no stream.
So do we dress up?
We'll dress up next Friday. How about that? It'll be fun.
Let's do it.
It'll be the last stream of the month, so we'll do our membership draw next Friday. So it doesn't matter how many likes we get, folks. We'll do a member draw next Friday. If you haven't joined the Patriots Club yet, make sure you join. That's how you get into those draws. Guaranteed once a month, one lucky member gets a free item of choice from our shop. But when it comes to the I Am Alberta rally, please, 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 if you're in Alberta, do your part. Make sure you're there. You owe it to this province if you want independence to make sure you are there. I don't want to hear lazy excuses. I don't want to hear people say, oh, you know what? I really wanted to, but it was cold outside or it was too far to drive.
Check the APP website. There are buses. There are space on those buses currently that are coming from different places in Alberta. Just do whatever you can. Bring your friends, bring your kids. Just be there. If we could get the numbers, it would be so amazing.
Let's bring it up again on the screen for everybody over at Alberta Prosperity Project. So APP's website, albertaprosperityproject.com. Click on the events tab. If you can't drive up, here's a listing of the buses, how much it costs per person, and you're able to book down below on the page. You can get your tickets for whichever bus you need down here at the bottom. So again, it's right in the center of the page. Make sure you're there, folks. This one's important.
Yes.
This one's important. You know, when I get back to John Bolton, he was talking a bit about Tom Lukaszik's Forever Canada petition and how much of a failure this is. Because you'll remember months ago he was talking about, oh, I've already got like so many emails, I can't even respond to them anymore. We're going to get all these signatures, and it doesn't matter if I have to get 400,000 signatures. I'm going to get them in no time flat. Now they're driving all over the province, lying to people at seniors' homes and manipulating the petition just to get the lowered threshold of signatures that he needs. The guy's full of shit. It's a complete debacle.
It's horrible that they're lying to get these signatures.
5 million people in the province, Tommy, and you can't find 300 and some odd thousand that want to sign your little petition. APP's already got close to 400,000 guaranteed. They'd have it in an afternoon. We have to show Tommy the Commie and all those people that want to punk Danielle Smith that independence is alive and well in this province and that it's here to stay. If you want independence in Alberta, you have to be at this rally if you can. No excuses.
And we'll be there. That's the best excuse to go.
Let's get a draw going on. We got a draw to do. Carson sponsored a draw.
Yes.
We're men of our words, men, women, people of our words. People, we like to say people kind around here. Michael, the $2 super chat. Any costume ideas for an Albertan
and a
Panamanian? No, that's pretty vague. That's pretty precise. I don't know what to suggest. Hopefully you figure something out.
Ghostbuster.
John Milton. Maybe ice agent. I don't know. John Milton, $5 super chat. I've never been to the legislature. We'll be driving in from Lac La Biche. Is there ample parking? There is parking around. There's little parking lot areas around. I would advise to get there early.
Yes.
If you're going to look for parking, make sure you're there early. Did I miss any super chats? I don't want to miss any like I did last week with Nilwalk. I feel terrible about that. Snow, $2 super chat. I said for Alpha
sold.
I sold for Alpha MTG Black Lotus in 2003. I cry now. Well, don't cry. It's just stuff. It's just stuff. Let's get to our giveaway.
Yes.
Let's get to our giveaway. Let's pull up the wheel of fortuitousness and around it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Hang on. Oh, it stalled out on me. Hold on.
It doesn't like you.
I don't think it likes me very much. Come on, back up, back up. Samuel Miller. Samuel Miller. Is Samuel Miller around? Is he still here? Is Samuel Miller still in the chat? Let's see if Samuel comes in. There's a bit of a delay, so we'll wait and see. There he is. Sam Miller. Congratulations. You just won the random draw sponsored by Carson, El Gringo Grande. You can head into our shop, pick out any one item you want within 24 hours. It must be within 24 hours. I've had people email me 3 weeks later and say, "Oh, hopefully I'm not too late." We gotta uphold our promises here. Head over to our shop, pick any item, and then drop me an email at unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Unacceptablefringeyt is in YouTube at gmail.com. Send me a screenshot if it's a clothing item so that I know exactly what you're looking for. If you can't send a screenshot, just send me the name of the item you want. If it's a clothing item, the name of that item, the size, the color, as well as all your shipping information, including a phone number. They like a phone number when they drop it off in case you're not home and they can get a hold of you.
We're not selling your information.
We're not selling your information. It goes straight to the shipper because it's a print order company. So allow a couple weeks to delivery, but make sure to head over to unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. As soon as they acknowledge the order, I'll send you an item shipment number so that if you have any problems, you can contact them. They'll give you a hand. So congratulations again to Samuel Miller for tonight's giveaway. And a big thank you to Carson and Gringo Grande for sponsoring that giveaway. Man, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I want to thank everybody who came out to tonight's live stream, everybody who hung out, spent some time with us. Don't forget to join us this week, Unhinged Fringe, Friday Night Fringe next week. I might have some content this weekend, guys, so make sure to check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what YouTube's doing lately, but they've been crushing our videos. We just can't get the viewership we used to. I don't know what the heck is happening there. We had a purge this week, so check if you're still subscribed to this channel. We lost about 300 subs yesterday. YouTube does these sometimes where they just clear the channel of anybody they think
you're a bot.
They think you're a bot and they unsubscribe you. So make sure you're still subscribed.
I was one of them once.
Mrs. Fringe was once. Some of my mods were unsubscribed at one point as bots. So check out content this weekend. Keep the channel alive, folks, because let me tell you, if it goes into the toilet, I got to go do something else. Join me again for our live shows this week. I'm looking forward to next Friday. Again, it will be our last stream of the month. There's no stream on Halloween because, well, we have kids, and I got to go get my diabetes. So have a great weekend. Stay warm if you're in a cold area. Enjoy the weather if you're in a nice area. Look after each other, folks. Stay patriotic. Between Mrs. Fringe and myself, I'll get you on the next one next time, folks. Have a lollipop. Feel better.
Take care.
Take it easy.